legs straight so that you're lifting, you're almost flicking at the hip, but you're enabling the glute to fire. 2 more. Last one. And release. And now we just step and we lift the leg behind us. Step and you lift the leg. Now you've got to control the leg though, so be careful that you're not just flicking it. Control the leg, squeeze in the glutes, squeeze and lift it. So we start to open the hip and we start to get the glutes to switch on right from the beginning. So squeeze, good. And I'm just going to take the arm forward as that leg goes behind. And I'm going to show you from the side. I'm not straight vertical because that would arch the lower back. I do have to have a little lean so I can get into that glute squeeze. Good. 2 more. Now take the legs wide and sit to plie and say, good morning, everybody. Bending those knees in line with those toes, of course. Nice and tall through the spine, in 4 and 3. Last one. Now left shoulder, left hip, they go in a circle. Now if I'm going to circle that left hip, I really have to lift the heel off the floor. That's what gives you the pivot and the angle to rotate. Last 2, last one. Other side, pivot and turn. Pivot and turn, good. My day started today with a hormonal 14-year-old girl. It was lots of fun. Last 2, last one, and step across. Thankfully, my daughter is a lovely, lovely, lovely kid. Thankfully, she listens to her crazy mummy talking about her mindset and who's driving her bus this morning and whether we can kick that person off the bus and find happy Hannah. Now lift the leg and drive. Now lift the arms as well, nice and tall. Good, nice and high. 2 more, please. And now let's do the other side. So you want to open that lateral hip, stepping across and lift. And lift. Lifting and squeezing, getting those hips open, same thing. Now be mindful of your posture. Lift your breastbone, 2 more. Last one. And release. Wide leg again. Now how does it feel? Can you go a little bit deeper? Saying good morning hips. Good morning inner thighs. 1 more. Now turn your toes to me, hinge from the hip, and let's see what the back line of your body is saying. Now to effectively do the back line of the body, you do have to keep those natural curves in your back, so please don't round the upper back. You don't have to go too low. You go to a position where you can keep the curvature in the spine. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Now take that right leg and just push it behind you and pull the elbows. Good. Pumping the leg here, just moving a little bit of blood. And as you pull the elbows, can you bend them on the way in just so that you protect your shoulders? It's so much better than just swinging the arm at the shoulder joint. 4, 3, 2, hold the right leg back, and now move into that lovely arc, and then release. Lovely arc, and then release. So when you're arcing, you put your back heel up, you're trying to drive your hip forward, and as you drive that hip forward, you should be feeling a fantastic release in that psoas, that beautiful hip flexor. Your absolute power sits in your hips. Last one. And now push back the left leg. Here we go. We push and pull. We bend the elbows. We lift the chest. Here we go. Push and pull. In 8, in 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg back. Same thing. Nice arc. Oh, that hip is saying thank you. Thank you for releasing me before you expect me to do all that hard work. Nice, nice big curve. Should feel good. 2 more, please. Last one. And release. Now just a little bit of curtsy right to left. So just again, moving that hip pattern. Step out. So it's really kind of exaggerated. And now reach up and over as you step across. Try and keep your hips facing forward so we can get into the lateral aspect of your hip. Yes, good. So amazing to see you. There's 57 of you here today. Good morning, Glencoe. 58, somebody else. Keep going. 2 more. Last one. Now squat. Outside of hip though, sit back. Now I want you to try and put your mind into the glide of your hip because, you know, we've been squatting a long time, for many years. We don't necessarily squat correctly. So I want you to think about that hip gliding back. Let the hip glide back, and as it glides right back, you'll get the load in your heel, which is significant if you want to get your glute to fire. So if you squat into the front of your knees, then that's no glute. You've got to glide the hip right back, glide the hip back, all the way back. 2 more. Good. Last one. Quick stretch of your quad. And we're going to do a little bit of thoracic and we'll begin. For those of you just joining us, we're doing triples today. 3 exercises, 3 times through. Change. Heel to bum, lovely jubbly, holding that there, and release. Now find a functional base, so you can sit back into your hip, and you can hinge, so your chest is at the floor. Now, you're just going to row. So both hands start facing the ground, and you're just pulling your arm towards the side of your armpit. You've got to get really over though. You got to get really over. Nice. Now from here, I'm going to start to open the arm and I'm going to start to rotate the torso. The elbow is bent, but I'm just turning the body in the same direction of the arm. Last 2, last 1 each side. Then I'm going to come up and I'm going to do that same pattern, but now I do it horizontal. So same pull, bend the arm, pivot the heel, rotate the spine. Now you can make the rotation a little bit more by letting both arms go through now. 2, 1, and release. Let's begin some work. We have 1-minute drills, pair of dumbbells. Ladies, you should be up there 7.5s, 8s to 10s. Gentlemen, you should be up there 12s to 20s. Are we ready? Our first exercise is with 1 glider and 1 glider, pair of dumbbells. What am I doing? Right foot on the glider. If you're not using a glider, don't worry, I'll give you an option. I'm going to start the timer and we're going to get straight to it. So right foot team, you bring the dumbbells to your shoulders. You're going to plie squat with a right leg gliding. Join me when you can. So I'm stepping out and I'm doing a plie. However, keep going. Because I'm on that glider, I'm going to go probably a little bit further than normal, which is great. Going to stimulate a little bit more. If you're not on the glider, then yours is a step. I'm just pressing right shoulder, right leg. That's the working side. Chest up. You got 20 seconds. Nice and tall. And drive. Now be mindful that you're dropping your bottom down. You're not sticking your bum back, so it's not a squat. 1 more. And time. Same thing on the other. Left foot. Posture here. Slight turn out of the toes. Here we go, left side and up. So to effectively do a plie, keep going team, you do have to have that slight turn out of your feet. So when you slide out, yes, slight turn out of your feet, that's really important. Just so you get the correct angle at the hip there. Good, nice. Back is straight. I think I'm channeling my inner 70s today. What do you think with the piggy tails? Keep going. Nice and tall. Nice and long. Nice equal bend in your knees though, yes? Nice equal bend. Go out. Go right down. This is an inner thigh and quadricep exercise. As you pull that leg in, push into the carpet, push down into the floor. One more, and release. Next one is a cardio drill. Dumbbells down. We're going switch, switch, boom. Switch, switch, boom. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Switch, switch, ha. Switch, switch, ha. Switch, switch. You don't need to do the sound effects though. We can if you want. Now what if you don't want to do that big powerful jump lunge? Then your option is scissor hold. 1, 2, hold. So you can scissor, hold, or you can scissor, jump lunge. Boom. Ha. Isn't it good? Have you woken up yet? Have you said, hello, Tuesday, I'm coming for ya? Ow! 2 more. Last one. Time. Should be breathless, I hope. No rest yet, though. Round 2. Right. Chest up. Right leg. Here we go. Plie out and drive. Nice. Think about as you glide in, apply a little bit of pressure to that floor. Watch that spine. Team, be careful. Some of you, when you step out, are dropping your chest. So on a plie, you're going to keep your head on the imaginary wall behind you. So we don't take a squat angle, yes? Different muscle groups. Knees and toes turned out. We're cooking. 2 more. Last one. And time. Left side. Nice and tall. Ready? Slight turn out. Here we go. These are 1-minute drills. I don't remember if I told you that or not. Chest nice and high. Good, nice and tall in the spine. Turn out in the toe, yes. And you're looking for that equal bend. Be careful that you're not bending over and putting the load in one side. Both knees bend. Beautiful. You got it. You have 20 seconds left. Come on. Go big or go home. Actually, you're already home, aren't you? So that quote doesn't work anymore. Keep going. 10 seconds. Nice and tall. Nice and long. Beautiful. 1 more. And release. Switch, switch, lunge. Or switch, switch, pause. 1 minute. Ready, go. Bum, bum, ha. Bum, bum, ha. Let your arms find a rhythm. The body works so much stronger when it works as a full unit. So let the arms be. Now you can always play. 1 minute's quite a long time, so you can always switch back to the pause anytime you want. Bum, bum, huh, bum, bum, ow! Oh yeah, 20 seconds. Are you strong? Yes, you are. Determined, confident. 10 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. One more time. One more round. Then you get a rest. Right foot. Ready? Go. I know. It's meant to feel like this. Come on. Come with me. Step out in. You got a good rest at the end of this third round. Nice and tall. Chest high. Good. You got it. Go wide. Go big on those plies. Nice and high in the spine. Beautiful. 15 seconds. Keep going. Push. 2 more. Last one. Good. Other side. Slight turn out. Ready? Here we go. Load the plie. Nice. So this is what we call a compound exercise, because 2 muscle groups, well, 2 exercises together, a shoulder press and a plie. That's a compound exercise. Great full body connection. Nice and tall. Sit into that plie. Remember, if you've no gliders, you're stepping and you're still fabulous. I think there's 3 pairs of gliders left for sale at the Glencoe. 1 more time. Switch, switch. Last time. Ready? 3, 2, let's go. Ha, ha, boom. Find a rhythm. I am strong. I am strong. Anytime you don't want the big jump, scissor with a hold. You had enough of the impact, tap it back. Find something to do. Nice. 20 seconds. A minute is a long time in a cardio drill. Keep moving, but make it more or make it less, but do keep moving. 8 seconds. 1 more time. Drinky drink. Hooray. We have a quick rest. New 3 coming up. New 3. Okay. 1 dumbbell, left hand, right leg. I'll show you first. Lateral lunge, pull. On the lateral lunge, you've got to use that hip glide from the warm up. You've got to make sure that your hip moves back On the upright, you're going to bring the dumbbell to the side of the chest. Side of the chest, not up here, because I don't want to get the upper traps. Want to get the rear of the body. Are you ready? Left hand, right leg, new set begins in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're stepping out into a left hip glide. Glide the hip, glide it. Almost as if you're trying to put your bottom right to the wall behind you. And you do have to be mindful of that. Otherwise, this is what people do. And all I'm doing here is actually bending over. Look how little the knee is bending. So that means I'm not actually working the glute. So you've got to glide that hip and push off from the heel, because we want the posterior chain to be active. And that posterior chain, is so lazy because we spend too much time sitting on it. Push off from the heel. Push off from the heel. Last one. Good. Other side. Mindful connection to your movement. Ready? Here we go. And I believe that it doesn't matter how many years you've been exercising. There is always an opportunity to be more mindful in your movement patterns. If you're not mindful, the body goes to a rhythm that it's done for the last 20 years. And then we don't get to burn the same amount of calories. I really like that. May I ask if you just look forward, please? If you're looking down at the floor, you're going to get that little bend in the neck. Look forward, yes. Keep it safe. Keep the alignment. That's really nice. I love to see that connection. Looks lovely. Great. 10 seconds. What about your hip glide? Push it back. Pull that dumbbell to the side of the body. Last one. And release. Okay, grab your gliders. This one is teamed with a plank position for the upper body. Toes go on the glider, back straight, and then you jack your legs. Come on with me, and let's go. So you move the legs out and in. Now, if you're not working with gliders, no problemo. You would be tap the legs out and in. But may I ask you all to be mindful about the pressure in your hands, because that will secure your shoulders in neutral. So please don't round the upper back. Please don't bend the elbows. Push into your hands. When you can't do that, put your knees down for a couple of seconds and then go again. Yes? That looks great. Bottom should be the same height as your knees, please. Yes. Last one. And time. It's so nice being able to see so many of you. It really helps my ability to teach, so thank you. Come on up. Next round, we are lateral lunge, left hand, right leg. Let's go. Put your mind into your hip glide. That will get you to sit into your heel. When you pull up, draw the shoulder blades together. So you get a row, but you don't get an upright row because you don't want to challenge those upper traps. They're an ugly muscle. They're only really good as a stabilizer. You don't need to train them for tone. They're already well too toned because of posture. Sit back in your hips, glide. Push off from your heel. Do that great pull. Nice. Last one. And time. Other side. Ready? Right hand, left leg. Let's go. Same thing. Put your mind into your glide. Hip glide. Please look forward. If you're looking down, you know you're bending over. If you're looking down, you're bending over, and your glute is saying, I'm not going to work, I'm going to let the lower back do it all. So sit back in your bum and keep your eyes forward. And do not let that lazy glute rule the roost. We are in charge of you, glute, and you will fire, and you will shape like a juicy peach, because you know your muscle doesn't know age. It only knows use and disuse. Good. Keep pulling. One more. And time. Plank glide. Down you go. I'll give you an option for those of you who don't want to be on your hands. Let me set you up. First of all, everybody, spread your fingers, straighten your arms, shoulder away from ears. Find a plank. If your bum's up here, take it out, take it down, and then begin your jack. You can break in between and then go again. That's a much more intelligent way than hanging in incorrect technique. If your wrists are not happy, you can make that choice to go onto elbows and do the glide from your elbows. So it still works. Hand plank is just a little bit kinder on the shoulders and a little bit easier for you to find neutral shoulder blades than the elbows. But whatever works. 5 seconds. And time. Great job. Come on up. Round 3. Left hand, right leg. Posture. Let's do this. Out and in. Nicely done. I love how you're with me so quickly and you're straight into it. Now put your mind into your hip glide. Good. And pull. Dumbbell up to the side of your chest. Good. And drive. Sit back into your hip. Nice straight leg. Glide, glide, glide all the way out there with that hip. Push it back. Now remember your push off. If you push off on your toes, you're going to send it through the front of the patella. You want to push off from the heel. Nice work. 10 seconds, team, and we're done on this side. Eyes forward. Last one, and time. Other side. Ready? Chest up. Here we go. Sit. Pull. Find your rhythm. And go slower if it's going to allow you to get your bum lower. Many of us have done this many times, but we do it with hardly bending in the hip. So what's it feel like for you? If you really lower your bum, keep your head up, eyes forward. Let me see those wonderful eyes. Yes, great. Got 20 seconds. Quality over quantity, always. Find your hip glide. Push off from the side of that heel. Be mindful in that movement. Nice big pull. 2 more. Last one. And time. Beautiful. Plank, jack. With or without the gliders. Elbows or hands. Or a combination of both. Build your base. Don't rush. Build your base. Spread your fingers. Shoulders down. Flat back. Legs out. Find a solid plank. Press into your pinky fingers and your thumb. And then begin the glide. Now here's your concentration. Can you lift your pubic bone? So you lift your pubic bone away from the floor. Can you lift your tailbone slightly towards your waist? Keep your arms straight. Arms straight. 15 seconds. Tailbone. Slightly lifted. Press into your fingers. 9, 3, 2, 1. Time. You get a sneaky rest. And we go to our third circuit. Nicely done. Third and final circuit coming up. Okay. You keep your rest and your drink. I'll show you the start of the next circuit. We are a squat pattern now. We've not had one yet. So I always choose a functional base squat. That means the toes are turned slightly out in neutral. I'm going to bicep curl, sit into a squat. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to lift a knee. I can take it in segments. I can squat and knee, or I can make it rhythmical. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, begin. Squat to knee. Rhythmical or segmented. Find your rhythm, but can you put your mind into your glide? Now team on the bicep, hammer curl. Dumbbells are facing each other. Yes? Good. Now sit those hips back. Sit the hip right back. So I'm trying to change the muscle. We did plie already, one muscle group. We did lateral lunge, glute med. Now we're doing traditional squat, but with that nice functional turnout. It's only about 5 after on the clock. Don't get confused with plie. Last one, and release. 2 gliders, jump, jack, glide. Oh, I think you might remember this from a few weeks back. Toes on, we jack and we glide. And as you come in, you can come with me because the timer is starting. Let's go. As you come in and you drag those legs in, you're going to get all that lovely inner thigh. If you don't have the gliders, then your regular jack. The gliders bring about a little bit different muscle recruitment. So we just keep things interesting. So we keep motivated to keep going. Now what if you're not a jumper and the jump's not for you? Then you can tap it and just move your arms, or you can power squat it. There's always going to be something you can do. You work for you, not me. In 3, 2, time. Okay, nicely done. Now, sit through. Come down, please. I'm going to show you from the side. Onto your hands. Toes tucked under. Hover. So just do this 4-point hover. Then from here, you're just going to try and lift one hand off and maybe touch your own armpit. As you lift your hands off, your body's going to turn. As you progress, you can lift the arm and reach high. As you progress, you can sit through, bringing the leg through. So this is the sit through. It's a great functional body weight. Now, what if you're nursing shoulder issues? If you're nursing shoulder issues, you hover and you maybe just try and lift one hand off the floor. Because what this exercise is doing is building what we call unilateral strength. Individual strength of each individual shoulder is very good for you. And time. Up we come. We are back. Squat, bicep curl. Round 2. Ready? Here we go. Squat, knee. Squat, knee. How many reps can you get done in this circuit? This is our final 3 exercises. We're on round 2. After this round, there'll be one more round and you're done. So you have no reason to hold back. Sit the bum back though. Make sure your bum's going away in that squat, yes? Good, nice. Drive. Find your rhythm. Don't let me hold you back. You get what you want from this and drive. Nice. Chest up high. You got it. 2 more. 1 more. Time. Dumbbells down. Jumping jack glide. Toes on. Heels off. Posture. Here we go. You've got to push your toes down into the glider, otherwise you'll lose them. Press down. Boom. Press down. Yes. You're not feeling it? You don't have the gliders? Tap it. Jump it. Or even step it. But make it yours. It's got to be uncomfortably hard. An uncomfortable challenge. Keep pressing down into those gliders. Head up. Team, tall, 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 tall. This is totally fine. Totally fine. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Time. Sit through. Now, if the sit through is not for you today, then choose your own favorite abdominal exercise as long as it's hard. Okay. Spread the fingers. Shoulders down. Hover the knees. This is the 4-point hover. Start to lift one arm. And for shoulder issues, we begin with just a small lift, trying to assess whether that shoulder can stabilize on its own. Once you've progressed, you might be able to lift the arm, and then you might be able to take the leg through. And the easiest version with the leg is tapping the floor. So go through and tap the floor, or keep the leg off the floor a little bit harder. Nice functional rotation through the spine. The shoulders do need to be able to turn whilst being stable. So you choose. If you're not stable, stay in the hover. Last one. Time. Round 3. Are we ready? Round 3. Let's make this happen. Chest up. Squat. Let's go. Sit. Knee. Glide your hip. Glide your hip. Good. Real good sit back. Find your rhythm. Once again, if your eyes are looking down, that tells me that you're squatting by bending over. You've got to glide the hip back. Keep your eyes out in front of you to achieve a natural squat. Good. And drive. Isn't it wonderful? Don't you feel so happy that it's almost over? Keep going. 10 seconds. Come on, work harder. Drive, drive, drive. Push, push, push. Ow! Time. Nicely done. Jump jack. Toes are on. Heels are off. Aiming for that turnout. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Ha, 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 ha. I like the sound effects. It distracts from the pain. So nobody can hear you. You can do your own sound effects. As long as it's not, I hate Simone. I hate Simone. That's not allowed. Keep going. What if I told you that you've got 25 seconds left? Yes! Ow! Keep it up. We can finish this. With or without the gliders. With or without the impact. Something for everyone. 10 seconds. Push. 3, 2, time. But we're not done. Lovely sit through. Down you come. Spread your fingers. Shoulders in the back body. Find your hover. Now everything stems from what you're doing at your hands. Begin to lift. Spread the fingers. And just like I talk about the heel to fire the glute line, the heel of your hand and your pinky finger will fire the shoulder line. So be focused on the weight in the heel of the hand and work your way through the stages of the sit through. And maybe you can start to bring the leg through. Maybe you can have that leg off the floor for the last 10 seconds. And glide. 3 and 2. Last one. Time. Stay down. Knees apart, toes together. Bum back, chest towards the floor. Oh, child's pose. Head down, team. Stay there. You have earned it. That was SWEAT45. 45 minutes of wonderful non-stop energy. All levels, all options. Good. Come on up. Release your hips from this position. Squeeze your back hip to me. Lean the body back. So we're in that lovely proposal position. Place a towel under your knee if you're on your hard floor. Or if you want to do it in a standing, you can have the tuck instead, similar to what we did in the warm-up. Now from here, you got your right leg forward, so lift your left arm up. Lean back a little bit. Good. Now bring that down. I'm going to do one more, but listen, we're going to circle the left arm forward. I'm going to follow it with my eyes. I'm going back. I place the hand on the back of the leg. I look over the back shoulder. I squeeze the bottom. Squeeze the bum, stabilize the hip, and release. Change over, regular proposal position. Squeeze your bum, lean back. Feel that rise in that psoas. It's so important that we stretch our psoas after every workout. Then from here, we can lengthen the anterior fascia line, get a little bit higher by lifting the arm. So the stretch is going to rise a little bit more. Then we can bring in the rotational line. So what we do is we take the hand down and starting at the bottom, I draw a big circle. I follow the hand with my eyes, rotating slightly back, placing the hand on the back thigh, squeezing the glutes. Lovely jubbly. And then release. Come on up to standing. IT band. Right leg crosses. Right hip drops down. Extend. So good news yesterday on the announcement from the government that we are officially in stage 2. Hoping in another 3 weeks we can move into another stage if everything keeps moving in the way it's moving. Change over. I'm keeping my fingers and my toes crossed that the studios can open a little bit more in April, because I have all the registered programs scheduled. And I've got so many wonderful new and fun things to do to spice up your life. I've got Pound coming, which is drumming. That's not coming until May. I've got barefoot workout, so lots of that functional based stuff I've been talking about. I've got Nicole teaching that for us. I've got some outdoor boot camps coming. Oh, there's so many wonderful things. You just have to look in the brochure. They're the registered programs. And release. And now a little stretch for your thigh. Squeeze your bum. They all start April 12th, so fingers crossed that they can run. But do know, I don't know whether you've seen Glencoe Life magazine. I've written an article in there about virtual training. Our virtual classes will be with us forever. So that wherever you are in the world at any given time, you don't have to stop doing your group fitness. So this will be with us forever, regardless of what goes on and what stages we're in. You'll always have an option to do virtual or attend a studio class. Okay, big deep breath. Exhale, and thank you for spending your Tuesday morning with me. I so appreciate your energy. I so appreciate seeing all those wonderful bodies moving and grooving. It would be hard for me to shout out 58 names, so I'm just going to say, I love you all. Deborah, Pat, Sydney, Kathy, Kenny, Christy, Libby, Elizabeth, Cynthia, Hales, Inga, Derek, Kevin. It just keeps going on and on. Thank you so much, everybody. Any questions and comments? Do let me know. Thanks, Tom. See you again soon. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Mickey. Thanks, Brenda. Apart from the jumping jack gliders, I know you're going to feel them tomorrow, Karen. Wait till you wake up those inner thighs. Yes, you're going to know about it. It's going to get worse, though, by Thursday. And then we get to do it all again with strength and core. Anyway, enjoy the rest of this wonderful day. Thank you so much for taking the time to comment. Nice bunches. That's right, Hales. Oh my God, I've not had bunches for ages. I've not heard that word in such a long time. Oh, thank you. I love it. Thanks, Hales. You're so funny. I love juicy peaches. So great. Okay, I should end it now. You write such wonderful things. Thanks, Francesca. Are you well? All good? Working hard? Love it. Okay, I'm going to end the session now, guys, and maybe I'll see you in yoga at 10:15, or maybe I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks so much, everybody.